Hey everyone, Disappointed Giant here. Some of the things I really enjoy about running this channel are reading comments and talking with viewers. I've gotten some motivational comments in the past that have guided me during my brainstorming process, and this video is no exception. Viewer Rightful King Bob recently posted a comment about how a video showing Dead Cells' secret blueprints would be helpful. I thought this was a great idea for a video, and as you can clearly tell since you're watching this, I decided to make it. To prep for this video, I looked through my blueprint checklist and made a list of ones that I would consider to be hidden and others that require doing puzzles to get. My thought process was to highlight blueprints that a player likely wouldn't pick up during normal gameplay experience. So while something like the crowbar can technically be considered a hidden blueprint because it is located behind a wall, I didn't include it here because someone will likely see that hole and will roll through to get the weapon. The same goes for things like the broadsword and the Vorpan. However, I did choose to include the Alucard sword blueprint because even though that's also located through a visible hole in the wall, it requires 3 separate trips through the Return to Castlevania DLC and 2 interactions with a specific lore room to unlock. I've also chosen to cover the blueprints that are locked behind time doors since some folks might miss those. While I may not cover every blueprint that you're missing in this video, the good news is that the Dead Cells wiki has information on everything I don't cover here. I'll put a link to the wiki in the description, and we'll also put a link to my blueprint checklist, which you can use to then figure out what blueprints you're missing in your own save file. The checklist is read-only though, so please note that you'll either need to make a copy to your own Google Drive, or you'll have to download it locally to make edits for yourself. The blueprints in this video are sequenced in a combination of biome order and progression similar to what you'd see as you play the game. There is one item from the 5BC biome which I'll label as a spoiler. The blueprints from the DLCs are ordered chronologically by release date. Every blueprint will have a timestamp in the description just in case you want to skip around or if you're looking for something specific. I've previously covered the acceptance blueprint and the item from the 5BC biome in some of my other videos. Their explanations are a bit long-winded, so instead of re-scripting and re-editing, I'm going to just copy and paste those segments right from those other videos. They're sequenced back to back in this video, so if you watch them, prepare yourself for a lot of accordion. Finally, make sure that you have lore rooms enabled in the options, as some of these blueprints and items are reliant on those rooms. And with that, let's get things going and head to the biome we are all the most familiar with, the Prisoner's Quarters. The first hidden blueprint in the Prisoner's Quarters is for the Disengagement mutation, which is located way up in the ceiling. You'll need the Homunculus rune for this, which you'll get after beating your first run on 0BC. The method I recommend is to stand a little bit to the left of the torch where you start your run, detach your head, and then climb up the left side of the room. From those platforms, you can double jump your head over to the right-hand side of the ceiling and enter the passage. Your positioning needs to be pretty close to where I'm standing in the video here, so if your head snaps back, try moving either a little bit to the left or a little to the right to see if that lines things up for you. 2 weapon unlocks come from the tailor and his daughter. You can get the sewing scissors by talking to the tailor after having 16 total outfits available. This includes the default ones like the classic and galaxy outfits. You can then get the giant comb weapon by talking to the tailor's daughter after having 51 total outfits available. There are 3 blueprints in the Promenade of the Condemned and 1 in the passageway to the biome. If you go through the prom door in the Prisoner's Quarters in under 2 minutes, you'll be able to open the time door and get the Assault Shield blueprint. The Assassin's Dagger blueprint is directly above where you start the level. You can climb the small structure to the right and then jump over to the left to find this blueprint. After you get the spider rune from the Slumbering Sanctuary, you'll be able to climb all the way up the wall right above this area to get the Ripper mutation at the top left of the map. To get the explosive crossbow blueprint, you'll need 3 Gardener's keys, which are all located above ground. You can get the first one by down smashing on this rose 3 times. While its specific location changes with each generation, the flower is always found in this specific tile set. You need the Ram rune from the Ossuary to get the second key, which is hidden under a breakable floor that blends in pretty smoothly with the environment, so it can be easy to miss. The third key is at the top of this tower, which you can climb with the spider rune. Once you have all 3 keys, unlock the doors in the fortress to get the blueprint. There are 2 blueprints in the passageway to the toxic sewers. The first is for the mutation Spite, which you can find in a hidden passage on the left side of the wall as soon as you enter the transition room. You can use the platforms to jump in there, or if you have the spider rune, you can press towards the wall to stick to it and slowly roll your way down safely. The second blueprint is for Frenzy, another mutation which is located behind the time door. You can get this blueprint if you make it to the toxic sewers exit from the prisoner's quarters in under 2 minutes. Ramparts has 2 hidden blueprints, but each relies on the same area of level generation, so they won't both appear during the same visit. If they do show up, they'll be all the way to the right-hand side of the map. The first blueprint is for the Nerves of Steel Bow, which requires a leap of faith onto an invisible platform that leads over to a secret tower. This tower will be visible on the map. You can use traps or items like grenades to find the platform safely. The Stun Grenade blueprint is also on the rightmost side of the map, hidden in a little hole right off the edge. If you make it to the Ossuary in 8 minutes or less, you'll be able to open the time door that has the Marksman Bow blueprint behind it. Somewhere in the level itself, you'll find the Extended Healing blueprint. In one of the hallways, you'll see an elevated structure that has a tombstone hidden underneath it. You can roll through the corner of the wall so you can teleport into the room that has a lot of spikes in the blueprint. Be careful jumping in here. The Ancient Sewers has 2 hidden blueprints. One is the Alchemic Carbine, which is located through a secret in a wall somewhere in the level. This secret hole is always in a corner where the wall and the floor meet. You'll see some leaves, and if you scroll your camera over, you can see a tunnel leading downward. When you roll through the hole, you'll fall into a pool of poison and will find the Alchemic Carbine blueprint somewhere down there. Don't do this while you're cursed. You can avoid taking poison damage if you down slam into a roll at the last second before you hit the ground. The next blueprint is for the Frontline Shield, which is hidden under a small poison pool that has a texture under it that looks like you can pass through. You can either detach your head to get the blueprint or jump down through the poison to grab it. You will take a little bit of damage if you decide to jump through. The Gold Reserves 5 blueprint is one of the more confusing blueprints to get, as it's located through a maze of hidden passages that you need to use your Homunculus rune to travel through. As you're playing, you'll likely notice a large horizontal space under the ground as you make your way through the Ancient Sewers. Drop down, roll towards the side that has the switch, and then use your head to maneuver through the passageways to hit the switch and unlock the door. My footage shows the button on the right, so I'll flip the video here in case the switch is on the left side so you can match your path to mine. Once you make it through the door, pop your head off again and go through the wall opposite of where the blueprint is. Since my footage shows the blueprint on the right, I'm going to go through the wall on the left. From here, you'll need to navigate a cluster of pathways to make it to where the blueprint is. For reference, and just so nobody feels bad trying to do this, I've done this at least 30 times over the course of my Dead Cells career, and I still get stuck here. I actually had to edit my footage to avoid showing all the mistakes I made. I'll flip this footage as well, so if the blueprint is on the left, you'll have a better point of reference on how you should navigate. After you get the blueprint, there'll be an item in this area during future runs, but for your own sanity, please never ever do this puzzle again. Behind the 15-minute time door after the concierge is the Root Grenade blueprint. From here, go to the Stilt Village. One of my favorite puzzle blueprints is in this biome, which is for the Parry Shield. In order to get this, you need both the Ram and the Spider runes. After getting the first key, don't unlock the door as normal. Instead, climb up the structure before the door and make your way up past the platforms. From there, jump over to the right and use your wall run to climb up the wall and past the traps. Make your way through the level, get the second key, and then open the door to the clock tower. Once you're inside, you can engage the elevator, immediately jump onto the little nook on the right-hand side, and then ground slam through the floor to get over to the cottage where the Parry Shield is. This little area will always be visible on your map, so you can see where it's located. In the Slumbering Sanctuary, you'll find the Masochist blueprint, which is located down the deep pit in the middle of the level. On the way down, you'll see a small secret area that has the blueprint. It's best to use your spider rune for this one so you can slowly and safely make your way down as you stick to the wall. I love the implied joke here where most people will likely see this pit and then slam down and hit the spikes at the bottom, which the Masochist mutation would help with. Sometimes you'll see a large open door generated in the level that leads to an area that is full of breakable wooden doors. Make your way through this room by opening each door, not breaking any of them, and you'll be deemed worthy to get the OP emergency door blueprint. Okay, so it's definitely not OP, but it is a blueprint.
Sorry.
In the graveyard, you can find both the merchandise categories and the parting gift blueprints at the very end of the level. As you play through and get the graveyard key, you'll be able to open the crypt area and make your way down into the underground part of the level. Somewhere in this area, you'll find the architect's key. I recommend going into the accessibility settings and turning on the option to outline secrets so it'll be easier to spot. Once you get the architect's key, you can make your way back above ground into the rightmost part of the level. Unlock the door and grab the merchandise category blueprint from the altar. Right from there, you can jump up through the ceiling, slam through the breakable floor, and then open the door to the parting gift blueprint. This blueprint is located right outside and right above the locked door. In the clock tower, you have one of the OG puzzles in the game, the punishment blueprint. Throughout the biome, there are 4 bells that you'll see in the background. They're randomly generated, so they're not always in the same location. I recommend turning the music all the way down for this one. When you hit one of these bells, you'll hear a sound and will see some sound waves emanate from the bell. You want to find all 4 of these bells, figure out what tone each bell has, and then hit them in order from lowest to highest. When you do this, the last bell will drop the bell tower key, which will open the door to where the punishment blueprint is. The first and lowest sounding bell has sound waves that go out the farthest, and the last and highest sounding bell has waves that go the shortest. You could also try to get the key by hitting the bells in order from the largest visual cue to the smallest. In the Cavern, the War Javelin blueprint is hidden in a dangerous area right near the Guardian's Haven exit. Carefully drop down through the single open tile near that exit and make your way over to the small platform in the lava. Pop off your homunculus rune and use it to climb the spiked wall and open the door. From here, climb the inside of that wall and then parkour your way all the way up to the top of the area where the blueprint is. Be careful getting down. The other blueprint in the cavern is for the Festive Outfit, and this is gated behind 4 BC. Somewhere in the level, you'll see a small area in the ceiling that's covered in vines that you can jump into to get the garland key. You'll usually see this area at the end of a hallway or between 2 pieces of level generation. Open the 4 BC door in the level, jump across the lava, and then climb up the wall and over through the ceiling to get this outfit. For maximum Christmas vibes, wear either the snowman or the Santa outfit when doing this. In the bank, there will always be a challenge area behind the optional green door. All of your items will be disabled when you enter this area, so ice armor won't save you from a hit, and you can't use any assault shield tech in here. Amulets stay active though, so if you have an extra jump or 2, that will be super helpful while navigating. Touching any spike or trap will zap you all the way back to the beginning of the area, so you'll have to do the whole thing again if you misstep. Once you cleanly make your way through this section, you'll drop down into an area with the chest that has a bunch of money in it in the Gentleman's Outfit blueprint. The next two blueprints are the ones that I mentioned that I previously recorded for other videos. The first is for the Acceptance blueprint, which is in the High Peak Castle. And then there's the 5BC item that's in the 5BC biome. This next section is going to be a bit long since it details a convoluted side quest in 3BC that I refer to as the Acceptance route. The gist is that if you get 3 Moonflower keys in 3 specific levels in order, then you can unlock a trio of doors in High Peak Castle that will open a treasure room that has the Acceptance mutation. This mutation is a little niche, but the benefit of doing this side quest is that once you get that mutation and clear the castle, those bonus doors will always be open. This will allow you to get extra gear and money during your future trips to the castle, so I personally think it's worth it since you may be going there a lot in most of your runs. This side quest is also necessary if you want to unlock every blueprint in the game. This route's a little complicated, so stay with me here. Here's how you get the keys that you need. In the Promenade of the Condemned, there are 3 Gardener's keys. You'll need all the runes to get these. One is found at the top of a tower, one is buried underground, and another is found by stomping a specific flower 3 times. You'll want to get all of the keys and then take them with you to the Ramparts. This goes against my earlier advice about never skipping the prison depths or corrupted prison, but there's no path from the prison depths to the Ramparts, so it's necessary to skip that extra biome one time for this route. Somewhere in the Ramparts, you'll find a secret area in a wall or in a ceiling that has a locked door and a white flower behind it. This is a Moonflower key. Unlock the door with one of your red Gardener keys, grab the white Moonflower key, and then after clearing the level, take the 3BC door to the Conjunctivius fight. Do not go fight the Concierge or you won't be able to get all 3 Moonflower keys. After fighting Conjunct, take the Graveyard path. In the underground crypt section, you'll find another secret area just like you did in the Ramparts. Unlock the door and get the Moonflower key here. The next level you'll need to go to is the Forgotten Sepulchre, so take that exit from the graveyard and keep your eyes peeled for another secret area with the 3rd and final Moonflower key. This level is the trickiest to find the key in since it gets dark really quickly and your light sources are limited. Try to scan all of the walls and ceilings as you make your way through the area for the secret passage instead of having to backtrack for it. When you see it, unlock the last door, finally get the 3rd Moonflower key, and then make your way to High Peak Castle. Once you get there, you'll need to explore the whole map, including the bonus chest rooms that are either under a breakable floor or up through the spider room corridors. At some point, you'll see a secret in the wall that you can go through and you'll see 3 locked doors. This secret area does not show up on the map, so you'll need to search as you go. Use your Moonflower keys to unlock the doors, get the items in the Acceptance blueprint, and then clear the level. Now those doors in that area will always be unlocked during your future runs, and you'll also have a pretty niche and case-specific mutation. Congratulations on completing the most obtuse and unnecessarily and needlessly long puzzle in the entirety of Dead Cells. The 3rd Astrolab exclusive blueprint is a ranged weapon called the Alchemic Carbine, a tactics scaling weapon that's kind of like a magic assault rifle. This one is a bit tricky to get. You may have noticed that when you get to the top of the tower, there's a blueprint tucked away right under the roof. In order to get the blueprint, you need to find an area at the bottom of the map that is, big surprise here, filled with traps. That room contains the Apex key. My preferred method of getting the key is to clear the map until Explorer's Instinct procs to take the guesswork out of where I need to go. Then I'll safely drop down to the trap room. There are a couple of safe spots where you can duck under lasers, namely on the 2nd platform and right below the 4th laser. If you have ice armor, you can use that to protect yourself from a hit and can use these 2 safe spots to wait out the cooldown. The last section is the trickiest since you'll need to descend down an area where there are 2 vertical lasers, 1 horizontal laser, and no ground to stand on. Here's where you can grab onto the wall and wait for the right moment to jump across the lava and grab the Apex key. Once you have the Apex key, you can make your way back to the tower and find the side that does not have any spikes on it. You can run all the way up that side of the tower to make it to the top, where there's another trap room. There are some tricky jumps on the way up, but they can all be made with wall runs and your normal double jump. After you unlock the room at the very top of the tower, you'll see a switch. Press it to release the Alchemic Carbine blueprint and then drop back down so you can grab it. Since there are so many traps along this route and it's so late in the game, I highly recommend taking the Masochist mutation to reduce trap damage and the Disengagement mutation as a safety buffer just in case something goes wrong along the way. Let's make our way through the DLCs now. The Bad Seed has one puzzle blueprint, and that's for the Sacrificial Tick outfit. In order to get this, you'll need to sacrifice Mushroom Boy in front of the altar at the end of the Morass of the Banished. After the Zealot rejoices in the fungi bloodbath, you can make your way down to the nest. Instead of fighting Mama Tick, she'll sneak a peek at you and will drop the blueprint. Sometimes there's a lore room that will generate in the morass that drops a Mushroom Boy hiding in a big shrub, so you might be able to get this without actually unlocking the item. As an aside, while you don't get any of the rewards from Mama Tick by skipping her, this is a good strategy if you mismanage the curse in this level and run out of enemies to kill. You can use the Mushroom Grenade, skip the boss and her Claws of Death, and then carry your curse safely into the next biome. In the Fractured Shrines, which is the first level of the Fatal Falls DLC, you can find the Serenade blueprint. Somewhere in the level there will be invisible platforms that you can just see because of the way the rain hits them. These platforms are always on the right side of one of the structures towards the second half of the level. They can either be up high or down below. After navigating through the small trap area, you'll find a big shrine that's guarded by a stone warden. After defeating the enemy, you can enter the lore room where you'll meet the very chatty Serenade. As you explore this level, you may see some bodies strewn about in blue cloaks. These corpses drip blood and also drop the Cultist Outfit, which is what allows you to enter the Undying Shores. You can either engage the prompt with the corpse and pick up the blueprint to unlock the outfit to wear on your next run, or you can use your Homunculus rune to possess the cultist corpse and immediately put on your new threads so you can enter the biome in your current run. Once you make it to the Undying Shores, you'll have the opportunity to play Dead Cells' version of Where's Waldo. But instead of looking for a cheerful fellow with glasses and a striped shirt, you'll need to find two hidden glyphs. This level is split up into two types of terrain. I'll call them outside and inside. As you progress down the cliffs, you'll either be outside in the rain or inside going through passageways. There are tattered banners in the background throughout the entire level, and two of them have a hidden glyph on them. One is located outside and one is located inside. These can be tricky to spot, so it might be best to fully clear the level and then slowly scout around for them. When you find them, take note of their shapes. Make your way to the room inside where there are 3 doors side by side. Each of these doors is labeled with 2 glyphs. Open the door that matches the ones that you found in the level to get the Cocoon blueprint. The Queen in the Sea DLC hides one secret blueprint in the infested shipwreck. As you defeat enemies, you'll notice that some of them will drop a map piece. By picking up 4 of these pieces, you'll complete the treasure map, which will show you on your map where the 4th key is hidden. Go to the area where the X is on your map, smash through the ground to get the 4th key, and then you can open the locked door to where the Abyssal Trident is located. The Return to Castlevania DLC has several blueprints for you to find. The first is the Alucard shield, which is located through a hidden passage in the wall on the right side of the room where you meet Alucard in the castle outskirts. I decided to include this one here because some folks might talk to Alucard and then go back out left to the elevator without seeing the hole in the wall. After you make your way all the way to the top of the elevator, somewhere in the upper part of the level, you'll see a white cat hopping around. Catch the cat to get the ribboned key, which will allow you to unlock the room where Maria is trapped. When you talk with her, she'll give you her outfit. Before leaving the room, pet the cat in the cage, and that will unlock, you guessed it, Maria's cat. In order to unlock the blueprint for Alucard's sword, you'll need to visit Dracula's castle at the end of the game twice. After making your way through the first part of the DLC, you'll be able to get to the second part in future runs. There's a lore room on the right-hand side of the map that has stairs leading up to a large statue that you can interact with. After doing this, you'll be transported to a room where you can free Richter from captivity. The next time you come back to the endgame castle, you can go back into this room, interact with the empty cage, and then play through Richter mode, which is a throwback to the old Castlevania games. Make your way through the level and then climb up the long tower at the rightmost part of the level. At some point during this sequence, you'll see a section of the wall that you can walk through. Head through to meet Alucard, who drops the blueprint and flies away into the night. There are 2 outfit blueprints located in the Master's Keep. As you climb up the stairs towards the fight with Dracula, there's an invisible set of stairs here that you can jump up to and climb to where the secret outfits are. As a side note, this is a reference to some endgame secrets in older Castlevanias. I just love how much respect and admiration Evil Empire showed for the series when they were making this DLC. Anyway, once you climb up here, you can engage with the clothing on the shelf to get the Trevor blueprint and the center statue to get the Sypha blueprint. The last hidden Castlevania item is the Morning Star, which you can get at any time by using your controller to input a secret code. This is a direct reference to the Konami code, which was used in a lot of older games like Gradius and Contra. At any point while playing, just stop where you are, press up, up, down, down, left, right, roll, jump. If you're playing on keyboard, use the arrow keys for the directions and the literal B and A keys to unlock this. Once you input the code, it will be in the item pool, and in future runs you can enter this code once per run to get a free Morning Star. The last main section of the video will cover all of the Everyone is Here outfits. I personally find that it's best to get both the Penitent outfit and the Familiar outfit in the Cavern key room in the Prisoner's Quarters. You need Face Flask and low health for the Penitent outfit. If you can find a Face Flask in the Prisoner's Quarters, you can take it into this room, jump into the lava a few times to get your health close to 0, then use Face Flask to lose a little bit of HP until this outfit unlocks. For the Familiar outfit, you can take something in your backpack, which you can then empty and drop that item into the lava. You can get the Explorer's outfit by finishing the entire game without taking any trap damage. This includes the obvious things like spikes and poison, but also some other things like the Giant's Falling Crystals. To get the Luchador's outfit, you'll need to kill a corpulent zombie with any fist or foot item, so the Spartan Sandals, Spike Boots, or either the Hayabusa Gauntlets or the Hayabusa Boots. The Magician's outfit requires another outfit to be worn before it can be unlocked. You'll need to get the Drifter outfit blueprint from the demon enemy on 2 BC or higher. Once you get that blueprint, unlock the outfit for 300 cells, equip it, and then pick up the Hardlight Sword and you'll unlock the Magician's outfit. The Little Bone outfit is located in the graveyard. As you navigate the level, you'll find a headstone that has a large skull on it. You don't need the Ram Rune for this, a normal slam will do the trick. And lastly, the Vessel outfit can be unlocked by using the Pure Nail's downward attack to bounce on spikes 8 times. I did this in the Ancient Sewers for the footage, but you can do this on any set of spikes. Since we already covered the Familiar outfit, there are 5 left from the Everyone is Here Volume 2 update. First up is a quick one, the Modernized Bomber outfit. You'll need the baseball bat for this one. Just break through a door, hit a stun enemy with the bat, and the outfit will unlock. To unlock the Commando outfit, you'll need to interact with an Imp Shrine, which will repeatedly appear in levels until you get the outfit. Once you interact with it, 2 harmless and quick little enemies will pop out. Kill them both and the outfit unlocks. The Ironclad outfit requires 3 keys to unlock. The Emerald key can be found by killing an elite in one of the red-colored elite rooms on a map. An elite found in the wild won't drop this key. The Sapphire key will appear in a 2-item altar, and the Ruby key can be bought in a shop for 10,000 gold. Once you have all 3 of these keys in your possession during the same run, the Ironclad outfit will unlock. To get the Zero outfit, you'll need Hattori's Katana, which is dropped by the Weirded Warrior Crab enemies. When you hold the attack button with this weapon, you'll do a charge slice with the katana. Kill 15 enemies with this attack without getting hit, and the Zero outfit will unlock. And finally, to get the Shovel Knight outfit, you will need a shovel. How appropriate. You can get this blueprint from the Swarm Zombie enemy in the graveyard. If you're still early in your save file, you can get a free shovel from the wall of the King Scepter lore room. This room will disappear forever once you pick up the scepter. Take that shovel all the way to High Peak Castle, and then use it to hit a Portrait of Shovel Knight 3 times. This will pop the final crossover outfit. And that, my friends, is how you can unlock a bunch of blueprints and outfits that are either hidden or gated behind some kind of puzzle. If there's something that you're missing that I didn't cover here, definitely check out the wiki or my blueprint checklist to help you get what you need. I hope this video was helpful for you, but if you can't find something specific or are looking for something I didn't cover, just leave me a comment and I'll do what I can to help out. Collecting blueprints is one of my favorite things to do on a new Dead Self save file, and hopefully you're enjoying collecting them too. As always, thanks for watching, and good luck out there.